My understanding of the bill is that many of us who are criticizing the bill have not even taken time to go through the bill, to understand the merits or otherwise of the bill that has been presented. I would therefore want to call on all of us to take time and study the bill and identify those areas that think that are not desirable to enable us criticize it. Otherwise, I think that is an economic bill that is meant to raise more money for the government, that is also meant to harmonize our tax system and also bring some kind of prudence and decorum to taxation regime in the country. I'm of the view that people should not subject the bills to politics or blackmail. They should just look at the bill, go through it, and then see how far they can criticize or support the bill. I think it's a document that has been crafted in a well-articulated manner and deserves to be given proper attention, particularly given that this is an executive bill from the president. It shouldn't be trivialized. I have occasions where people complain of multiple taxations. I've had occasions where people complain of the presence of many agencies at different locations collecting taxes. One thing I have seen that this bill intends to achieve is to have a harmonized position where different types of taxes can be paid through a single window. For me, it is an advanced method of collecting taxes all over the world. But if there are some of the taxes anybody thinks that is not going to go down well with the public, let us understand which of those taxes, and then we will reason together and then find a solution. Now, the message is that we can't just criticize an open air. The message is that take the document, sit down, go through the document, and then understand what the document is talking about, the content. Is it for the interest of Nigeria? Is it against our national interest? If not, why not we support it? But if it is so, tell us the areas, and then if you convince us, we will follow you. If you don't convince us, you follow us.
Communication. I just want to read part 6. He says it is pertinent to state that the government has nothing sinister to warrant the suggestions that the process is being rushed. And you can see we gave our committee 6 weeks, so you can say we are rushing the process of legislation. And if 6 weeks is not enough, we will extend the time for the committee. So this is executive communication. In line with the established legislative procedure, the federal government welcomes meaningful inputs that can address whatever gray areas there may be in the bill or in the bills. In this vein, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has already directed the Federal Ministry of Justice and relevant agencies and officials to work on the drafts, or who worked on the drafts, to work closely with the National Assembly with a view to ensuring that all genuine concerns are addressed before the bills are finally passed by the National Assembly. So what was done yesterday was in line with even the directive of Mr. President. The ad hoc committee is working in line with the directive of the President, and it also shows that this Senate is composed of men of wisdom and foresight. Before even the President gave this directive, we had already, before we passed our second reading, set up an ad hoc committee in the event of any gray area. So if there is any governor, or any stakeholder in Nigeria, where no matter whether the person is a religious leader or a businessman that has problem with the bill, you know where to go to. Public hearing. The Senate will not be bullied. We are doing our work in the interest of Nigerians. And by the time we come out with our final position, it will reflect the yearnings and aspirations of Nigerians. And not only that, any reform that we can make, painful as the reform may be, so long as this Senate is convinced that it is in the interest of Nigerians, we will go ahead with it with a view to bringing our economy on a forward march in support of the administration. But we will not also shy away from deleting or abrogating or stopping whatever we feel is not in the public interest. But for the tax reform bills, we believe that there are too many provisions there that would definitely help Nigerians. You can't imagine what it means for businesses that earn less than 50 million not to pay tax. You can't imagine what it means for multiplicity of taxes to be abrogated. You can't imagine what it means for people who earn less than the minimum wage or even minimum wage not to pay tax. So the exemptions are such that up to 100 million Nigerians will benefit from these tax reform bills. So let's not listen to social media. Let's not listen to Arise television. And I hope they are well guided with the explanation of the Senate leader. Yes, the Senator is also.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. My